This is the Kitfox Model 5, November 848 Golf Kilo bush plane. It got up for sale right now. This is an incredible performer. A lot of people don't realize the combo you get here in the Kitfox. The Kitfox is actually a fast cruise plane. This will cruise at 115, 120 miles an hour even with the tundras on. But when you drop these big flaperons down, you can get it landed, if you're not too heavy, in 150 feet quite readily if you are practiced at it. Now this airplane has Vortex Generators on the wings. It has Vortex Generators on the tail. It has the Matco dual fork tail wheel here. Those are roughly $400 and some odd. The Tundra tires, roughly $2,000. The plane is completely turnkey. It is ready to fly. You can fly it straight home to your local airstrip. I'd have no qualms about jumping in this thing and crossing the country in it at this time. I'm very meticulous about my maintenance. I'm also very meticulous about the care of this aircraft. As you can see, it's got the extra long wings for added lift. She stalls around 45. All the fabric's in good shape. Paint is in great shape as well. The plastic is good. It has the bubble doors. And these are excellent for visibility. There is nothing like flying this Kitfox with those doors shut and just looking out. I don't open them for flight. I find that to be, the wind buffeting to be kind of annoying. I want the heat, so I'll just leave those doors shut. I don't need to open them for visibility. I'll just turn on the heat and enjoy the ride. You can get this plane off the ground in roughly 100 to 150 feet thanks to this propeller. This is a Airmaster constant speed electric prop with the Whirlwind stole blades. That's a fairly new design out of Whirlwind. It runs nice and smooth, fairly quiet. The Airmaster is leaps and bounds beyond the Ivo. It's also a lot more expensive at somewhere around the $9,000, $10,000 mark if I recall right. This prop can also fully feather in flight for emergency landing purposes, but its ability to select the takeoff mode electrically on the panel and then switch to climb and then cruise is fantastic, and I'll demonstrate that later. But this plane has lived indoors. It's been hangared at a grass strip for a large portion of its life, and then most of its time in Oregon here where it was built. But it's in excellent shape all the way around. Brakes are good. You can get this thing stopped on a dime if you're really aggressive and practiced. Practice is the key with this kind of a bush plane, and it really rewards you. So we're on pavement today just for simplicity of filming, but these tires are almost never exposed to pavement. I will roll out across an apron, across the grass just like this, just to get to a taxiway. Just across here, just like I'm showing you, just to avoid pavement because I want to maximize the lifespan of these. So therefore these are effectively brand new. I always run them at 12 psi if I'm even going to touch pavement. It minimizes friction with the tarmac when you're rolling, and then I'll frequently drop it down to 5 psi when trying to do aggressive short field gravel bars, grass strips, whatever, just to promote traction. And it makes a massive difference to change that tire pressure. So I carry a portable air compressor so I can mess with that even between flights just for fun. So that's the exterior walk around. Let's take a look at the inside and what makes this Kitfox 5 special. Here's the prop fully feathered. This is done electrically as described before. But this sure gets you a lot of interesting conversation on the ramp when you've parked your experimental aircraft with your props feathered. So here's the panel inside the Kitfox. You've got your standard steam gauges with a turn coordinator. Here's your engine RPM. This is the Airmaster speed controller. You choose takeoff mode, climb, cruise, hold, so you can manually adjust your pitch settings if you desire, or you click here and then go to feather and it'll do a full feather for you. Over here in the avionics, we've got a ICOM A210. That's excellent radio because it's got the ability to monitor dual frequencies, so you can monitor ATIS while you're on the CTAF, or you can listen to your buddies while you're actually making radio calls, what have you. There's the Garmin Gtx 327 transponder. This is the Garmin Era 550. This will show traffic thanks to the GDL 39 here, that also can be connected to an iPad at the same time, so you can have excellent graphical weather and NOTAMs, or not NOTAMs, but TFRs, etc., graphically inside the cockpit. And then this beauty right here, this is about another $3,000 or total by the time you get it installed. This is a MGL Avionics Stratomaster Extreme, and I'll go ahead and turn it on here. This is full AHRS. This is full EFIS. So there's your AHRS, airspeed. It will also calculate wind direction. And don't be alarmed, here in a moment you will notice that the engine management system will kick in here, and it will notify us that we have low RPM and that we have low oil pressure. So since we're not running, it's doing its job. But this is the engine management screen, and so we have a visual and an audible enunciation when there's a problem. There's also a bright light blinking on the dash, but you can clear the alarms here just for demonstration. So you got manifold pressure, RPM, battery, oil pressure, outside air temperature, fuel pressure, oil temperature, coolant temperature, and the bottom right section here calculates, it's a fuel totalizer. So we know how much is in our wings, and it reverse calculates based on what's coming out at the fuel flow that's shown. And there's also an integrated header tank behind the passenger seat, and there's a float in that is also connected to this. So if you run dead empty and then your header tank is running dead empty, or if you have a fuel plug in the wings or anything like that, the float will also sound a similar alarm here showing you fuel low. Great device for when you're wanting to fly off airport or over rugged terrain. It really helps me relax and not worry about engine performance or how the engine is going to function and keep us safe. So great configuration for this aircraft. Fair amount of toys for a Kitfox 5 that it is, kind of reflected in the price, but very well equipped. The Airmaster is a massive piece of that as well. We've got, I'll go ahead and show you down here, you got flaps. This is a huge feature, and a lot of these, they don't all have it, is adjustable rudder pedals. So you can adjust for different people's length of leg. And then this is the locking brakes, so you can completely lock your brakes on. I rarely tie it down thanks to those brakes. We have electric trim and a trim speed controller. And you just cannot beat the configuration. I'll show you the seating position here. The seats are in great condition, and there's integrated fuel filters in between each wing here and the header tank that's behind these padded bars. There's the view out the roof. You've got visual sight gauges. And for those of you that want to fold the wings, for a period of time I folded this every flight, and it only takes about 10 minutes. And this is why these controls turn loose readily. They are safe, but they do come apart. And you remove this turtle deck out the back, pull that bolt you see there, pull a leading edge bolt out of the wing, and the wings rotate back. I have another video from a previous Kitfox I owned showing how that works. It's the same for this aircraft. Here's your storage, 120 pounds in storage capacity in the back. So you can load full camping gear here. Done it, it works great. You can pretty much take everything you need without any trouble and still be well within the 1550 max gross. So there you have it. That's the Kitfox Model 5. Ready for a new home. Now you may ask, why am I selling this? Because if you've watched any of my other YouTube videos, you know I love this plane. And I do, and I'm going to miss it drastically. But we've had a new addition to the family, and I've purchased a larger aircraft so that we can all fly together. Otherwise, somebody's going to be staying at home, and that's no fair. So, larger aircraft is the reason. There's no other reason. This plane is awesome, and it's ready for a new home. And I'm excited to see somebody really get it out there and use it, doing off-airport stuff. But there's certainly no reason that if you prefer, you can easily swap those tires off, put it on standard tires, and have a great time as a cruiser plane. You're going to pick up another 10 mile an hour probably if you take off those tires. So you'll see 125, maybe even 130 miles an hour with this Rotax and this prop if you change those tires off. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from your inquiries about purchasing this plane. Thanks.